Leo the Lines, welcome to Esoteric Tales and Tarot. This is your October monthly psychic and tarot reading. And this month we are jumping in with the Deborah Blake Everyday Witch Tarot deck, art by Elisabeth Alba, because of course it's Halloween at the end of the month. So we have these cool cards with cats and brooms and witch hats and things on them and beautiful bright coloured art. I'm going to be clarifying with the Barbara Walker Tarot here. Very cool 80s deck with amazing backs on them here and a special message which will sum up your reading from the Illuminé deck, which is Janice from the southern tip of the southern island in New Zealand, from South Otago. When I visited over in New Zealand, she did a special reading for me. She's a sound healer as well and an artist, and I love using her decks. I got this deck in a really strange circumstances a couple of years after she'd done a special reading for me, and I'll do a little story about that on my channel at some stage as well. Of course, I've spent time out in the moonlight this week because we've been looking at everything to do with the October energy, and I've been scrying with my crystal ball. So firstly, I'll give you the predictions that came from the crystal ball scrying that I noted down, and then we'll jump into the tarot reading. So for you guys, I was feeling as though there was a huge gust of wind that came as well when I settled in to do your energy. And I felt like after the birthday season that this was like a huge gust that sort of set you off course a bit, like a big blow up or blow out. And maybe that's to do with diet or whatever. After your birthday, perhaps you feel like you've had a blowout. But I thought, you felt like you're a bit all out at sea. So hitch up your sails, Leo, because you've got this. And I felt as though, you can get back on course. There was just like, and I don't know whether there is gale force winds or something where you are, but very like windy kind of feeling that I had. And as though maybe with that getting off course, perhaps you wanted to go traveling somewhere and you've had to, because of, I don't know whether there's some natural things going on, floods, fires, storms and things, and you've had to avoid them. So perhaps you've had to change course. That's one thing that I felt. I saw a fireball come through, like also what I see if I hold my crystal ball up to a flame, that kind of fireball feeling. So I saw that and I thought about like a meteor or shooting star, something like that. So a big energy shift, could be a change in status in a relationship that could be something to do with it. And I just felt as though it's something, again, this blow up or blow out, like poof, like something big that's coming through in October. Maybe you're just sort of forcing forward now that birthday season. You feel like you're getting going and there's a big shift coming. The other thing I saw was spectating sport and getting very excited about the outcome. And I could see several different sports, so I wasn't too sure what I was looking at, but I just felt as though you were very happy and really like very engaged in like a lot of yelling and screaming and really excited. So perhaps it's a child that's competing or family member or somebody that you know, or you're very invested in it. Perhaps you're invested in it financially. Perhaps you've made a gamble or a bet or something on there, but you're extremely, extremely excited. And that was coming through as well, which was really lovely energy. So let's see what happens in the tarot cards to see whether there's anything clarifying this for October. Leo, I like the energy here, although it's big energy, because you've got all of these major arcanas. Again, not many cards on the table, and yet so many big energies coming through. So we've got the Two of Cups as the overall energy. Wow, soulmate card. I've got a lot of things nice to say about relationships coming in here. Four of Wands, wedding card, lots of stuff that's great. But we've got the Judgment, a major arcana underneath. We've got the Death card, major arcana. We have Justice. We have the Devil. We have the Chariot. So a big month, which is kind of cool because of the overall energy, which I'm really excited about. Two of Cups, the soulmate card. So have you found your soulmate? Is it finally coming together here? Because I have that there's this Two of Wands underneath. So Two of Wands, you know, decisions, which way should I go? And then Two of Cups coming in. And underneath it, the Queen of Pentacles. So I felt as though you were quite independent and abundant, and this could be any type of, like, not necessarily male or female, no gender's not in tarot, but this independent energy here. And you've got the Ten of Cups underneath. I mean, this is just the mother lode of relationship goodness that's coming in here. So you have got the best relationship cards going on, because you've got that with Judgment, which is sitting underneath it, and you could sort of feel as though that might be, maybe a kind of part of a questioning or whatever of this. But I feel as though with the coming out of hardship, Five of Pentacles, and coming out of cruelty and Nine of Swords, and working Three of Pentacles on things, passage, Six of Swords, like you've just done the hard yards in terms of relationships. It's felt like you've been working at this for forever, and the Judgment's finally coming in, the angel's blowing its horn, and here it comes, the Two of Cups. And the reason why I feel so good about the energy is that straight away the first card that comes up with it is the wedding card for me, the Four of Wands, this celebration marriage card. And I just can't deny it, that the two coming together here. I think it's so cute here. The two cats are offering each other a little fish here, and these are having their glass of red wine. It's so sweet. And then you can see this has got that wedding feeling, engagement, parties, and going on dates. So really, really nice energy. And of course, I've got that same kind of feeling that came up. Two popped out with this, and I didn't know whether to keep them because it felt as though they sort of oddly jumped out. But then this same energy has been in several of the other readings, and I thought there's something to the energy of October that is coming out of this feelings of loss and walking away or opposition. And I wanted to keep it because I thought perhaps it's confirmation for someone that the relationship that you've found that's a very happy one, and maybe there was a bit of opposition, or a sense where you were feeling quite sad about it for some time, and now that's sort of shifting, but perhaps there is a bit of opposition to the relationship from somewhere. And so perhaps that's why it is clarifying it for you to know, yes, this is the reading for me, that there was that kind of feeling of that maybe not everyone's going to be super duper happy about it, but you certainly are. And I have a feeling that it could be a Libran involved here as well, because you've got this Justice card here, a Libran energy. Of course, that's the energy that we're in at the moment, and at the time when this is going to be coming through is the Libran season, the start of that. So it's nice. There's some law here. So again, coming next to the Four of Wands, it could be official that the relationship's happening, and it's being written down. Maybe it's an actual wedding where you're signing that. It could be that there's a Queen of Cups here involved, which is your Pisces, your Scorpios, and your Cancers. So that could be something. I mean, this looks to me like, virginal, and she looks like a bit of a, frosty kind of queen. But then I thought, again, it was that feeling of bride, of wedding, of fiance, of that type of thing was really coming through for me. And I just feel as though with this as well, it was that the justice is here. You've waited your time and you're finally coming into that lovely Queen of Cups emotional energy where it is beginning to be balanced. The next energy that you have is the Death card. Not to be too freaked out by this, because of course, end of the month, and when this energy is kind of coming through is the Scorpio season, and the Death card is the Scorpio card. And so this is a card of, absolute changes of things. So that also fits with what your energy is, all out at sea. Perhaps this has taken you a bit by surprise, this change in relationship status. Maybe you're going from just a, casual dates into, let's talk about moving in together, or maybe it's, like I said, suddenly, engaged, or we're getting married, and it's all, you do feel a bit out at sea. And, a caution here as well, could be a Capricorn involved, but, just hear the devil. Temptations, just be wary of the celebration level as well, of not getting too intoxicated, and because that can lead to feelings of depression and spending too much money and all those other great things. And I was thinking too, when I was talking about the sports and going overboard, and maybe the gambling too, so just that's got that side of it, the clarifier. But, I did feel as though this Death card with the devil is bringing in this change, and just to watch the way that you view that change. Keep positive about it, because any change is, quite sort of stressful, and it does have that feeling of being out at sea. Of course, your Scorpios don't like the change either, so it's that fixed energy towards the end of the month, and, it is a big deal if you're going into something where you're going to need to, move in together, or there's an escalation in relationship, or a change, or there's somebody new on the horizon and you're not used to dating and you're having to put yourself out there. So, there's all of these things that are happening, and they can make you feel, a bit strange. But we have the Queen of Wands. So here you are, this fiery energy. We've finally got some that familiar kind of energy that you have towards right at the end of the month in your Halloween-y type season, and you've got this wonderful energy here. So she's a real entertainer, and right happily being up on stage, getting her bouquet of flowers and putting her crown on, and able to have the spotlight shone on her, and it's yours sort of. It feels like you're coming into your power, and you've got this dragon here protecting you, and you're really feeling like you're coming into that nice energy. You've got the Chariot here as well. Could be, to do with moving, could be Cancer, could be a other sign that's involved here, but I'm also just thinking about here that kind of that reminds me of this Four of Wands here, and that maybe there's something to do with this dating and proposal. It's to do with going on a trip, and that could be part of this whole energy. Or maybe now you're going to sort of plan out, like, how's this wedding going to look, or is it going to be, is it at a distance, is this at a party that I need to organise, or am I going travelling, that kind of thing. So it's nice energy that's moving, moving in the right direction. And I just really felt, overjoyed when I saw your cards, because I just felt like it was really, really great. And the final message that I got here as well was this number 30 in the Illuminé deck. And I kind of had a giggle at it, because it's fragmentation. And I thought, well, that's really the danger and where this, devil card reminded me of as well. But this feeling of kind of all out at sea. When I said blowing up or blowing out, it's kind of like the fragmentation. It made me feel like everything's sort of been scattered and you're trying to collect. So stay grounded, put everything, just one thing at a time, like draw yourself back in, become more sort of aligned. And it's going to be a great month. Of course you're feeling like, whoa, everything's changed. I've got this massive explosion of energy that's gone on. So no wonder it feels like a fireball's come through, because wow, like it's the arrows of love, the wands, the fire energy coming through. And I just feel like it's fantastic opportunity for relationships or somebody really great to come through. So perhaps it's time for there to be a change for you guys, and going to be lovely Halloween energy for you. So thanks for listening. Please like, share and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and enjoy your October.